Welcome to episode 1 of this series, Our Forefathers, on the BlaBlaBlacksheep podcast. Why fatherhood matters. Any man can be a father, but it takes someone special to be a dad. This is a quote by Wade Boggs. Fatherhood, it's more than just a title. It's a responsibility. It's easy to think, I'm doing enough, but fatherhood today demands more. Now here's a number that will shock you if you haven't already heard it. 61.8% of South African children grow up without their biological fathers in their home. That is according to a Statistics South Africa from 2020. This isn't just a statistic. If you look at divorce rates since 2020, lockdown, COVID, skyrocketed. So these numbers are probably not getting better. This isn't a great statistic. It's a reality for millions of children who are missing out on their father's love, guidance, and protection. But why does this matter? Why are fathers so important? Today we'll dive into 4 types of fatherhood roles: the absent father, the involved father, the teacher father, and the counselor father. We'll look at real-life stories of men like Trevor Noah, Peter Mosimane, who had to navigate life with and without their fathers. We'll explore the impact of their fathers or the absence of their fathers, what this had on their lives, and what we can learn from them. Best learn the lessons that are on offer for us if we're going to be moving forward. According to the National Fatherhood Initiative, children without involved fathers are 4 times more likely to live in poverty, 7 times more likely to become pregnant as teens, twice more likely to drop out of high school. Overall well-being. The data shows us that fathers' involvement significantly contributes to a child's overall emotional and psychological well-being. And in Harvard University, they found that engaged fathers help develop children's social skills, emotional intelligence, self-esteem, and improving their chances of future success. You can just imagine if your child grows up with those things, what it sets up for them in life. And of course, the opposite is also true. So stick with me, brothers, because this isn't just about being perfect. It's about being present. This is about learning, about growing, and becoming the fathers our children need. In episode 2, we will look into understanding the impact of absent fathers. But what does that mean for these children? When fathers are absent, the effects can be profound. According to the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry, children raised without their fathers are 4 times more likely to live in poverty. According to the same organization, children who grow up without their fathers are more likely to struggle with behavioral issues, delayed language development, and difficulty forming secure attachments. These attachment issues often lead to anxiety and trust problems later in life. Children from father-absent homes are 4 times more likely to live in poverty. The economic stability often leads to a range of challenges, including lower academic achievement, increased school dropout rates, and an increased likelihood of criminal behavior. And that's not even the end of it all. They're also more likely to struggle with attachment issues, which can lead to anxiety, to trust problems, and emotional instability later in life. We're not just talking about missed soccer games or missed birthday parties here. We're talking about real, life-altering consequences. Various studies show that these children are also twice as likely to drop out of school, as I said, and they are 3 times more likely to face criminal behavior. So what does the future of most of these children look like if they cannot go through the discipline of finishing school and end up in the criminal justice system? That's no way to go. According to the South African Institute of Race Relations, they say that these findings are clear. The father's absence can leave deep voids. Let's consider, for example, the story of Eric Omondi, who's one of Kenya's top comedians. Eric, very much like men out there across the African continent, grew up without his father and has been open about how this absence has shaped him. He admits that for years he felt lost, angry even, and so comedy became his way of coping. But he often wonders how different his journey might have been if his father had been there to guide him. Eric's story is just one example of how the absence of a father leaves scars. But the good news is, it's never too late. It's not too late to reconnect. Whether it's with your own father that you need to rebuild the relationship with, or your own children that you can rebuild with. But you need to begin today. And so here are a few pointers that I hope are going to be helpful for you. Because here's the thing, even if you have been an absent father, you can start now. You can start today and begin to make a change that will affect generations to come. It doesn't have to be about grand gestures and buying PlayStations and international trips necessarily, not that those things are bad in themselves. It can be as simple as making a phone call or showing up. And if you've already done that once, twice, try again. Let's keep going. This is worth the fight. There are also organizations out there like Sonke Gender Justice in South Africa who are helping fathers to reconnect with their kids because they understand the importance and the gravity of this situation. So take that first step. Reach out to organizations like that. Make that call, write that letter or email. Try again. In our next episode, which will be coming to you next Thursday again, we'll explore how fathers can use discipline and boundaries to guide their children. It's a bit more than just setting rules and getting people to comply with rules. It's about showing them the way. I'll see you next week. Cheers.